I started to doodle again. I like that word, doodle. There was a period of time when I drew often. I lost the desire to draw when I fell into a deep depression. I think I have a better grip on life now. I'm starting to find pleasure in the things that I loved before I fell apart. Drawing is one of them. When I was growing up, I wasn't really impressed with my artistic abilities, but I did win a poster contest in the 4th grade. I think it was in the spring. My parents were doing better financially. They had a green Ford Galaxie, a white Ford Thunderbird, and had recently bought a black Chevy Camero for my aunt. It was her sweet 16 present. My parents tried very hard to make the family happy. They weren't rich. They found their American dream in the American system of credit. They worked hard to make the payments. My father's friend was down on his luck and needed transportation, so my father decided to give his green car to his friend. Now that we had a Thunderbird and a Camero, our family had a car that we didn't use. My parents often did good deeds. They have big hearts. My mother often said, if you sow good seeds, you'll have good flowers. If you sow bad seeds, you'll have bad flowers. It was the day after my father had given his green car to his friend. I was in my homeroom class when Mrs. Lyons announced that we had a poster contest. Mrs. Lyons was a sweet older lady, grandmotherish if you will. We had a week to complete it, and we were allowed to have a partner. The theme of the contest was to maintain healthy teeth. After the announcement, I asked Ket Venkong if he wanted to be my partner, and he said yes. He loved to draw. Ket was a brilliant artist at our school. His artwork was displayed in many classrooms. I was to do the lettering, and he would draw. The other great artist was Thoi Nguyen, but I just felt that we would win. I was so happy. I thought I was receiving good flowers from my parents, good deeds. When I got home, my parents received a letter from Vietnam, another good flower I thought. My mother gathered my brothers and I and read us the letter. Now that they had my grandparents' address, they rushed to the store to buy things to send to Vietnam. I grabbed my kite and went to the field in front of the house and flew my kite. I enjoyed being by myself. I flew my kite for hours until they got home. They showed me the things they bought to send to Vietnam. Again, my mother said, if you sow good seeds, you have good flowers. If you sow bad seeds, you'll have bad flowers. As she wrapped the box in duct tape. A week has passed. It was the day that we had to turn in our posters. Our posters were due at the beginning of the 4th period. I asked Ket if I could see the poster. It was beautiful. He drew a picture of a child brushing his teeth. The picture looked so lifelike. The shading was amazing. I was sure it'd be the winner. I told him to give it to me at our next break period so I could do the lettering. We had a 15-minute break before the 4th period. He just nodded and continued drawing. The break period came. I asked Ket again to give me the poster so I could do the lettering. He told me that he didn't want me to be his partner anymore. I was surprised. I stayed calm. I wasn't even angry with him. I thought to myself, I did beat him up last summer, so I must have sowed bad seeds. I just went back to my seat and sat down. I just didn't want to be excluded from the contest. I asked Hatsakorn, who was sitting next to me, if I could have half his poster paper. He cut his poster paper in half and gave it to me. I looked at the clock on the wall. I only had 5 minutes left. I fished out my matte colors from my bag. I drew a tooth with a smile getting brushed by a toothbrush. The words, "Brush me, baby," were in a big blue bubble. I was done. I was sure that I wasn't going to win anything. I turned it in anyways. I just wanted to have a chance at it. It was a week after spring break. The results were in. Mrs. Lyons made the announcement. She said, Ket Venkong is the 3rd place winner. I was happy because if I were his partner, I wouldn't have won. I thought for sure Thoi was going to win. She continued, the 2nd place winner is Thoi Nguyen. I thought who could beat him. Then she said, The first place winner is Young Nguyen. I was so shocked. I asked her to repeat the name of the winner 3 more times. I didn't just get first place for the school. I was a regional finalist. My poster was to be displayed at Western Plaza. I received books for my victory. I was so happy. Sow those good seeds, everyone.